Zaidi boy here. Yo, check out the goddamn geese on the ice floes. Yo, they're ice floes. You'll be like, oh, they're not really. They are small ice floes. Look, and you see this goose right here? This goose right here is checking me out. This one. The rest of them are doing their thing. They don't give a shit. This guy usually has a... Yeah, the guy who's the point guard, whatever. Like, this guy will have another goose if it's necessary. So, Lakeshore Boulevard, downtown Torontopia. CN Tower is obscured. Yo, it looks like crap, right? It looks like a third-rate city like Birmingham, Alabama, which is great, which is how we like it, right? Because we don't want to frighten off the geese and the tourists. This is amazing. Like, look at this bridge. I finally figured out what they're doing here. What they're doing here is they're going to connect this bridge. They're going to connect it with some goddamn thing, right? There's a tunnel coming out of there, and it's blocked off, and it's going to go right to this, where this bridge is. There's this bridge here. There's another bridge right up ahead that I, basically at this point, I'm probably going to walk there with you people. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'll tell you what's amazing. It's Torontopia. Torontopia is amazing, right? It's like they say, discover Ontario. Yo, let's just start with discovering Torontopia. Torontopia. There's so much history here. It'll be coming out of your goddamn face in like seconds. So, the only problem for me right now with this whole bridge thing, I know the mind creates problems. I know you've been reading Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. The mind is a problem-solving machine, right? The mind is a problem-solving machine. If it doesn't have a problem, then it creates one. So now, this side is wide open. You see the GO train? That's the GO train. They're like polygon, like hexagonal shaped freaking trains. Here comes the Ghetto for Life guys. Garbage. Yo, these guys are mobbed. There's no question about it. Ghetto for Life. They put the fear of God in me. Food delivery drivers. And children, of course. This side is wide open. I just jogged by it. The gate, they got this company. They got this goddamn company, right? Cherry Street Bascule Bridge, all right? Whatever the hell this is. Corporation of the City of Toronto. So it's a corporation. Like, not like the bad corporations, though. Right? September 1968. That's the year of birth of my brother, my elder brother. So this site's wide open. And then they got these signs with this condor. And it says... It's a great fucking little thing. It says you're being watched. This is called the shit. So I have like a number of ex-bosses in the world of security services, right? And it's like, I tell these guys, all you need is a goddamn sign. A sign, a fucking sign. Dirty truck is not mobbed. Dirty truck is not mobbed. It's like Donald Trump. So I was mistaken. I got to correct myself on this account, dear user. I was under the mistaken impression that Donald Trump's ex-lawyer, Michael Cohen, was the mob lawyer, Michael Cohen. And I've said on my Gangsta Talk FM podcast about La Cosa Nostra, I've talked about this. I'm writing this thing into my script where Sammy the Rat Gravano, the John Gotti's former underboss who threw his own boss, as in John Gotti, under the bus, right? That guy, Gravano. This is what I love. Like this thing right here. This is like my favorite shit right here. Right? I'm gonna pick it up on the way back I'm gonna wash it. It's a beautiful tube. It's got a goddamn safety tag. Look at this shit. Whatever, like, so the... I want to take it right now, but it's a bit grungy and my hands are full, right? So now, guys, this goddamn toque, like you're gonna spend 15 bucks, 14 bucks, right? Like little things like this. This is Torontopia right here. This, like what is this? What's the guy up to? He's holding a flower in his hand. Like he's holding a clod of earth, and then there's like ferns sprouting out of it. So like you learn these things. This is what I've understood the Canadian ethic to be. The Canadian, like in this site, like you'll be like, what is this? It's a big hole. But yo, it's safe, right? Safety doesn't come first at all, by the way. Okay, it doesn't. It doesn't come first. It doesn't come last. It doesn't factor. I'm gonna take a detour today. It's too fucking noisy right now. It's garbage day or something. God. Get out of here. All right, whatever. I guess I'm not. You see that, right? A guy with a camera and he's just speeding. The problem is, I need to be going to Cherry Beach and it's this way. Yo, the problem is, like, I'm an ex-security guard trained guy. This is a problem. I'm a guy who just got released from jail. This is a problem. This is problems. I'm a guy who basically is always prepared to get into some kind of trouble. Why would you not be prepared? So then, I guess the title of this goddamn little flickulous remix, now look at that. Just 100 meters, 100 yards down the street. And we got a full view of Torontopia. Now tell me that it looks like goddamn Birmingham, Alabama. It's a beaut, it's a beaut, it's a beaut. The goddamn city's a beaut, right? I point the camera in case you hadn't noticed that the object of interest. Like there's a word in, like there's some kind of thing in theater. So again, in jail, I read one of Stephen Fry's books. Like he's got a couple of autobiographical memoirs. Stephen Fry, who's Stephen Fry? He's my face, that's who he is. He's an atheist, he's gay, he's a stage performer and a guy who does talking head things for the BBC. Yo, atheists have taught me a lot. Christians have taught me the rest. This kind of thing. My wife being one of them. Now I met some guy yesterday, and he's like, his name's James. So I told him about my wife being a Christian, and we talked about the Gospel of John vis-a-vis the Gospel of James. And then he tells me his name is James Andrew. So right away, okay, so this is a beaut right here. So this whole area, like, they realize now the water is there and you got a bridge, and all of this south of Lakeshore, this is going to be New Toronto, more or less. It's going to be like the Twin Cities if we get it right. Right? So this is all value. They realize, these guys like CBRE, Ellis Dawn, whatever, right? I'm actually hitting these guys up right now in terms of as a marketer and as a sales guy and as a consultant and a solopreneur. You got to be constantly putting out feelers. You want to get laid, you got to be constantly talking to girls. And like, it's all numbers. Do you understand any of this? Marketing is metrics. Okay, sales is smiles, sales is service, sales is silence. Okay? Sales is also redundant, according to Gary Vaynerchuk. And he's right, of course. Cherry Street, okay, there's a little tavern. So now in Canada, they honor this kind of stuff. This little tavern here, I think there's little to no chance that it's going to get nuked in this whole development. Like this whole thing, like, so now this is, whole area is like this one huge project, right? They got footbridges over there, like little footbridges for pedestrians. So now that would be like landscapes and parks. And look at this, this is what I'm talking about. Canadiana, March for Remembrance, rucksack. Is this branding? It's amazing. It's like, and I put it on right. Like this is called marketing. Like he doesn't need to do shit. Like this is the shit right here. I want to rip it off and stick it on my goddamn wall. Yes, so these signs right here. So this is my problem with this whole thing. Like this company, I think they're fake. I got people like metroprotectiveservices.ca. I want to send him this picture. Unfortunately, Frank D. Curtis, that guy, the boss of that thing, he's asked me not to get in touch with his company, whatever the hell that means. Right? But this sign, basically, you're being watched. Nice bike, bro. Anyway, this sign, you're being watched. Okay, now, the beauty of this sign is you are being watched, if by no one else, then by God, right? It's funny shit. Anyway, I'm done. I'm rambling. There's too much noise. I'm leaving. I'll call this goddamn video something. Thanks for watching. It's too much fucking traffic, eh? Anyway, whatever, right?